Okay, first of all, I have a question. Like, have you ever been discriminated or like treated wrong while you're in America? Because like based on race, gender, or the class, everything. Have you ever experienced that?
I think so.
Yeah. Since we're like all from Asian culture, like actually we do, right? And I also have the experience. Like, for example, I was in the like bathroom, a public bathroom in the Canada Court, and I was like having my private moment there, and then there were three white girls in the bathroom, like what's it called?
The restroom?
No,
Oh, the stall?
shower booth.
Oh,
Shower booth, and they didn't know that I was there. And they were having conversation about like how they did love class because there were no Asians there. So I was like really like got angry. And that was my experience. I was really surprised that I have a friend of like one of my friend of mine in Manhattan campus. Like his name is Ramses. He is a black person. And he actually told me that he want to get rid of like a part of being a black person. That's why he want to like, because he know that he is treated wrong because he's a black person. So he speaks very like slowly without accent, and he pretends to be another person, and he's really interested in Asian culture because like he really hates to be a black person. So since like I was really surprised to see this kind of like what's it called, these issues in America, I was pretty interested in like in Nick Cave's artworks since like he's a black person and he is really his artworks are very engaged with art like race and discriminations issues. So and his artwork is pretty strong to for people to very like people to know what the issues are clearly. So I chose him. Nick Cave is a contemporary artist with well known for like conveying a lot of messages to people about like how he is against with like the social issues about like race, the class, sexes, kind of like that, and through sculptures, installations, video, and sound and performance. And he's really like combining with this with all of, like with these sculptures installations, kind of like that, and it's pretty like amazing artworks. This is him. And this is called Sound Suits. And Nick Cave is actually got famous for this. And as you see this is kind of like costumes that he made. And the reason why, and he has like more than 100, I guess, like various kinds of sound suits. And these outfits are for like his purpose of this design is that he want to hide something like that people are born with, like skin and like the appearance or the like everything that they're born with and that which they cannot fix. So and he wants to people to see me without judgment, because judgment. And the materials he uses are from all like pre-made, like from flea market. He collects everything and make it to his put it to his artworks. And actually, this is pretty interesting because like this is not a complete artwork. The complete artwork is like with this design, with this costume, sound suits. His show is with like lots of dancers are wearing this, and when you go to like showcase, a lot of dancers will be wearing this and play like performing conceptual dancings. And another artwork. This is very humiliating. This is called spittoon. That is like, do you know what the spittoon is? Like this is a bowl, because before people were chewing tobaccos, right? Chewing tobaccos. They like they chew tobaccos, not smoking. Anyway, so they needed some place where they can spit in, like throw the tobacco. So this is it. Like this is like there's a line, and they can open it, and they can just throw it, like spit it into the black man's head. That is very humiliating because and he found this at a flea market, and he was really he might be very upset since he's a black person. And he took this and he was inspired by that. So he made held a show about how the American culture is now have gender issues, not gender issues, race issues. Actually, for this show was called The Whites for White, made by Whites for Whites, and at the same time he borrowed another gallery, and there was the show was called The Rescue, and he actually used comparison to make strong words, like speeches to people. For example, this was in The Rescue. You see a dog sitting on a chair, and when you go to another gallery that is called Made Whites for White, it's exactly the same, but you can see this. This is like a shape of a black person, and it's exactly in the same position where the dog was in a rescue one, like this. By this, he's comparing with a dog and a black person and saying, yeah, the black people were treated were the same as dogs for white people. That is pretty strong. It really. With his artworks, he is really he was actually blaming on American people, like white people, that they're saying that there's no discrimination anymore, but there are actually, isn't it?
There is.
There is.
Yeah.
And really, I think it's a big problem that they have race issues. I know it happens all over the world, but since America is very big and there are a lot of races. I think the problem is more severe than any other part. And the reason why he put like these social issues into his into his artworks is that he wants people to judge someone within a part without like what they are born with. So if you have time, since you're in America, you can just Google him and find a lot of artworks, and I know that you will be inspired and get to know something from him. Thank you.
Okay, questions?